Lately, conservatives have been talking quite a bit about poverty and growing inequality.
So I have spent the last year traveling all over this country, learning from people fighting poverty on the front lines.
Income inequality has gotten worse, and there are more people in poverty in America than ever before.
But behind conservatives' newfound concern about poverty in America are the same tired old policies that led to deep cuts in education, healthcare, nutrition assistance, affordable housing, and our safety net in general. Here's your guide to how today's conservatives are talking about poverty and the reality behind their rhetoric.
So a truly comprehensive anti-poverty agenda must address these poverty traps wherever they exist.
This poverty trap may be unintended, but for those in its grips, it's all too real.
Conservatives use the phrase poverty trap to reinforce the myth that anti-poverty programs are overly generous and keep people from working. Their goal is to justify their efforts to cut or eliminate vital programs like nutrition aid, healthcare, early education, and housing by creating the perception that people who are struggling would somehow be better off without them. In truth, these programs represent a ladder out of poverty, not a trap. So when you hear a conservative talk about a poverty trap, remember, it's just their latest attempt to do what they've always wanted to do: slash the programs that work.
We have an obligation to expand opportunity in America. So I would start a pilot program called an Opportunity Grant. It would consolidate up to 11 federal programs into one stream of funding to participating states.
An opportunity grant, as proposed by Congressman Paul Ryan, is the modern-day version of the block grant, a favorite conservative tool to slash vital programs. Under block grants, programs are sent to the states and generally flat funded so that they lose spending power over time. For decades, conservatives have used euphemisms like local control or consolidating and streamlining programs to hide the reality of these cuts.
But the real gap we face today is one of opportunity inequality.
Conservatives have used this term to shift the conversation away from historic levels of income inequality, which they have no interest in tackling, to one that suggests that it is the government keeping people from achieving prosperity. But if conservatives were serious about expanding opportunity, they would support policies that boost wages and invest in education and training. Instead, their policies would gut the very programs that help families gain a foothold in the middle class. So there you have it. Conservatives are talking the talk, but their new language is just a different vocabulary for the same old disastrous policies. Next time you hear conservatives use one of these terms, you'll know what they really mean. Call them on it.